guests, and Rolando Goldman. The truth will set you free. It's a beautiful moral. Always be truthful. We have to ask, did you get hired? You got the job. I wasn't certain. I absolutely enjoyed watching you. Your voice setting the stage of the car and the heat and being in Florida and having that kind of heat, all of us were able to relate with ease exactly what you were talking about. We've all experienced that heat. You expressed your emotions with your voice very nicely. And hearing how Josh was pushing you with all of those questions and how you handled it, you know, the way you sped up your voice during that part of your speech, it was, you were telling a story beautifully. And I believe all of us were right there in that interview room. What could I share with you that perhaps could have made it a little stronger? Well, I wish you had pulled a hanky out of your pocket at the beginning and just to emphasize the heat, you could have been walking over here as you were, wiping down the sweat. That would have been beautiful, because the use of a prop is always welcome. You were talking about being interviewed by 3 people. Stephen, I might have stood here when you were discussing the interview portion with Steve. I might have moved over here when you were discussing when Robert came in. You really were ignoring this side of the room. I would have come here to talk about when Josh interviewed you. And you could have you could have been looking at your watch because he was keeping you waiting for so long. That would have added a little, it would have made it richer. One thing I noticed about you, and I understand it, I could see your eyes were reliving. You were back, you were following the timeline. You were seeing it with your eyes. You should have seen it with your eyes perfectly back home before you got up here and just related it. But I could see you were remembering and seeing it, but you were keeping us interested the whole time. All in all, it was an excellent speech, Rolando, and I look forward to your next one.